Hello and welcome to another edition of LBAM Radio, the podcast dedicated to informing you about the toy we all love, Lego. Today I'm joined again by Gabriel Clift, and today we're going to be talking about news and other stuff. So how's it going, Gabriel?
It's going great. Probably most of you know that today I released the very first episode of The Lost Kingdom, the series that I actually talked about on the last LBAM episode that I was on. So that's pretty cool, I think. I've just been replying to comments. I got a lot of great feedback, so yeah.
Awesome, man. I actually watched it this morning. It was pretty good, I thought.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, so what have you been doing with Legos lately?
Lots of stuff. I kind of have these two projects that are like battling each other. The Hobbit movie and The Lost Kingdom, and I never know which one to work on. But they're both projects that I really love and I'm really passionate about, and I just don't know, which one to work on sometimes. So for those of you listening right now, leave a comment and say which one you like better. I don't know.
Well, this past week it snowed where I live, and that's really rare.
That's pretty crazy.
It's
yeah.
For the past couple of years, it's
right.
What?
It's weird because you're in Mississippi, right?
Yeah, and at the bottom of Mississippi too, but it's for the past couple of years it's been one snow every year, except for last year. So this year we kind of got it all, and it wasn't even really snow, it was ice. So the ground was real slippery and stuff, so...
Yeah, basically we have 0 snows a year, so it's pretty nice. Unless you snowboarding and skiing and stuff. But...
Yeah. So I just stayed inside all day, really. But as far as Legos,
I like staying inside though.
What?
I like just staying inside those a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Because I got my Legos inside. I got my YouTube, computer, movie making stuff. So.
Yeah. So as far as Lego related, I'm still working on my Star Wars video. I think I'm a third done with it.
Is that the Cantina one?
Yeah, well, the Cantina is part of it. It's a brief...
It's gonna be a long one?
Well, it's 3 minutes long.
Oh.
I'm doing it like a trailer for the book I'm basing it off of.
Oh, so are you gonna make that one into a big, movie type thing? Or?
So
the movie is 3 minutes long and it's just a trailer?
Yeah.
Cool.
Make Noise Man did something like that, and that's kind of what inspired me to do that.
I love his stuff. He's really good.
Oh, yeah.
He barely ever uploads anything.
Well, he's been working on that feature-length Star Wars video.
Yeah. I can see why, but you'd think you might want to put up an update or a clip or something like I do, because I on long-term projects too, but I don't completely ignore everyone.
Well,
my animations are not nearly at the level that he is, I think. So,
well,
it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, I'm a third done with my Star Wars video. I had to build my first spaceship for it. Not a Lego set, so, yeah.
Cool. Looks nice.
Yeah, it doesn't have a back on it, because in the scene, you just kind of see it from the back, and, the dude kind of walks up behind the guy and shoots him in the back, and takes his ship. So,
cool.
That's kind of why there isn't much of a back there, but, yeah.
Yeah, I'm planning on making, when I'm done animating the first quote-unquote season of The Lost Kingdom, when I'm done with that, I want to actually make like well when I start the Hobbit film, probably the first thing I'm going to do is Dol Guldur, which is the big castle from the Hobbit. Um, and I just today I barely started fleshing out what the mock is going to look like, and where the camera angles will be and stuff.
So you're like gonna do a mock of it, like
Yeah,
make it even bigger than the set.
not just a mock because I'm going to be making the movie on it.
Yeah.
But I'll be building a pretty big set for the movie, for the scene.
Awesome. Yeah. It'd be really cool. Yeah, it was kind of disappointing with the set. I thought it was gonna be like the big, fortress like in the movie. Not
Well,
just
it
that.
was. It was pretty big.
Well, I mean, not just that one wall. I mean, kind of like what they did with the Tower of Orthanc, where it was the whole building, but you turned it around. It was the same size as the minifigures inside.
So like they had another like one of those semicircles
Yeah.
to finish the whole. Okay.
Well, I mean, like it wouldn't be scaled to minifigures, but it would be to where you could open it up and there would be rooms inside of it that would be scaled, or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think that was really cool, the toggle door thing that they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it would have been cooler if they made it into like the full fortress.
Yeah.
But like when I make my mock for the Hobbit movie, I'm gonna add like mountains around it. Like I'll use the set, and then behind it I'll put mountains, and then the mountain will kind of be like the back wall, and it'll look like Minas Morgul from Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, that sounds awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah. So the third done with my Star Wars video, and got some other plans for future videos. I'm kind of working on in my head. So
Nice.
Yeah, so that's basically all I've done with Legos for the past couple of weeks, is working on the Star Wars video.
Yeah.
Building
Nice.
props, and then taking apart the props and turning them into something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess, did you have a brick film of the week? I forgot to mention that to you.
Oh, I totally forgot. Brick film of the week. I'm sure there's something I can think of. There's so many brick films every week.
If you want to, I can give mine and what you can think about it.
Yeah, exactly. I need some time to think.
Okay, well, mine I found a little bit after the last episode, and it's called The Adventures of Minecraft. It's a Lego stop motion called The Adventures of Minecraft, and it's really neat how the guy does it. It's really smoothly done, and he basically built all the Minecraft world in the little small scale from the sets, and then like he had portals and stuff, and the dude would go into the portal and he'd come out and it'd be on this shelf in someone's house, and then a minifigure would help him, and it was like 5 parts, but fortunately,
Nice.
so it was really smoothly done. I'd never really seen any of his videos before, but it was really good. The special effects were really nice too. He added like exploding effects that were in the game, the Minecraft game,
That's nice.
that were really cool. So, although the ending was really sad, so it was probably the saddest brick film I've ever seen.
I've seen some pretty sad ones. Like, I can't remember. Never mind. But, for my brick film of the week, it's something that it didn't like come out this week, but it's something that I'm watching like every day of this week because it's so awesome. And I think a lot of the other people who are watching or listening to this video can relate to me with this. Is the new Lord of the Bricks Goblin Chase video.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
I love that. And the thing is, it doesn't seem like he did it at a very smooth rate. It direction's really good. The lighting is really good, and then the movements are amazing. So, if I could pick one, it'd probably be that one. I was really amazed, and it's amazing to see. Like, if you look back at his very first Brick film, like the Gandalf Arrives one. I mean, I don't mean to hate it, but it was pretty bad. and now, like, to see him coming out with this amazing work, and he says he's actually going to be making the scene from the Desolation of Smog in Dumbledore now. That but it's going to be different from mine because it's actually using the soundtrack from the movie, and I'm making my own adaptation. But I don't know. I was really amazed with that.
Yeah, that was really cool how he like green screened the background and stuff, and
yeah, and all of the movements, like every picture counts. It looked like, you know, like sometimes with mine it can get kind of monotonous while I'm animating it because it's just, you know, it's not interesting in any way. It's just like one picture there, you know, and I don't know. I was really impressed by that. So.
yeah, and he like used clay to have the minifigure's arms and stuff move out of socket and stuff.
Yeah, he did a lot of clay.
And like what was it? Thorin's sword was clay, so he could stab it in the goblins and stuff. Well, that was pretty neat too, I thought.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll move on to news from this past week. There's a lot of news.
There was. And I didn't have enough time to look at it.
Yeah. Did you have problems pulling up some of the news I sent you at the bottom?
I
Of
didn't
the
have
list?
time to look at all of it. I mostly looked at the ones at the top. Then I thought, you know, if I miss some, then you just say it in the video anyway, so I'll listen closely.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the stuff at the bottom was a bit repetitive, but it did give a little more detail, I thought. Just more information. But, yeah, the stuff I sent you at the bottom was from brickset.com, and I've been having trouble pulling it up on all my computers and stuff, so something's going on with the site. So, I don't know. But anyway, first up is the London Toy Fair that happened, I guess it was 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
And, they don't allow people to take pictures at that toy fair for some reason. But, anyway,
But
people get...
did.
What?
But some people did.
No, I think they, like... Probably, if you have a camera or a phone, they confiscate it from you or something.
Oh.
So, anyway, no one can bring in cameras and stuff and take pictures of the stuff, but people did give some descriptions about what they saw.
Yeah.
And, of course, the Star Wars stuff, which we talked about a while back. And we'll talk about the city and Chima stuff as well. But, this was like the only toy fair so far where the Hobbit stuff has shown up. So,
Really?
yeah. So I guess we'll be talking about that for a little bit. Is, the first set was... They don't really have names, I don't think, yet, since they're still in the working stages.
Yeah.
But from what they were described as, is the smallest one is, from the description, it sounded like another set for Doruldor.
Another one?
Another one.
What?
And this one includes, I believe, Elrond, Galadriel, and the Witch King of Agmar.
What? Why?
Well,
I mean, it sounds cool, but why? I thought we were done with Dumbledore.
I guess this is a spoiler alert, so listeners might want to skip over this, but remember at the end of the movie where Gandalf was in the cage?
Yeah.
Well, someone's got to get him out. So, in the next movie, Um,
Well, I actually heard Lord of the Rings. That same guy, he made a Google Plus post about that Galadriel is going to save Gandalf from Dumbledore, and that's from the first movie too. I think Galadriel told Gandalf
yeah,
that she would help him whenever he needed it, and
yeah.
I can see that, but I just wish that why did they have to make another one?
Well, according to what Tolkien wrote about, there was that final stage of the Dumbledore battle where Galadriel, Elrond, and I believe Saruman was there also, and they drove the Necromancer or Sauron out of Dumbledore.
Oh,
So I think that's what is gonna probably be at the beginning of the next Hobbit movie, or somewhere in the middle. Because I guess this is another spoiler alert. Because remember, Gandalf comes in at the Battle of the Five Armies and
yeah,
fights there. So
I mean, Dumbledore is cool and all, but what I am excited for, not only in the movie but also the Lego sets that'll probably come next year, is just the end of the thing with Erebor. When Bard kills the dragon, that's all I'm really excited about. I mean, no, it's not. But I'm excited about a lot of things, but that's going to be awesome.
yeah,
Do they have any sets about that?
about Smaug and
Yeah.
a lot. Yep. But
Good.
so we're gonna get another set for Lake Town. This one's going to include Bard's son, Bane. And probably some more Lake Town guards and stuff, so we can add to the Battle of the Five Armies and stuff like that. But it doesn't include Smaug, which is interesting. But
Is the dragon.
wait, the next set, which is the biggest one, is the Lonely Mountain.
Oh.
And guess who comes in that one?
Dragon.
Yes. From what I read, the dragon's not much bigger than the ones in the castle sets, which is kind of disappointing.
Yeah, as long as we're getting a dragon, though, I'm happy.
Yeah. So,
In a big mountain. Did they say anything about what the interior of the mountain's gonna be like?
no. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the mountain or if it's going to be the front gate of Erebor. With the two giant dwarf statues and stuff.
Well, I would imagine that they do the entire thing kind of like they did with Dumbledore, like they give the exterior and the interior.
Yeah.
Like they should at least, because what I'm worried about, if they didn't make the Lonely Mountain in the Desolation of Smaug wave, then they probably would not include the scene with Bilbo and the dragon, which, we've already gotten Bilbo. I don't care about him anymore. But man, I would love to have a ginormous room with all that gold in it and have the dragon in there. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
I hope that they include that, but I doubt they will because they already did the Desolation of Smaug.
Yeah. It'll probably be something where it's the mountain or like the front gate of Erebor and there's like a mountain behind it or something. And you can open it up and there's gold and stuff in it, and it'll probably have room for the dragon.
Yeah. And they should have in front, just the little place with, when they figure out about, the last light of Durn's day.
Yeah.
And then Bilbo finds out that it's the moon and not the sun.
Yeah.
They should include that, too.
Yeah. The final Hobbit set is called the Battle of the Five Armies. So, no, there really isn't any details on it, but I think we can pretty much assume it's going to include probably at least one member from the five armies. I would assume. Like, probably.
What?
I would assume the set would include at least one member from the different five armies.
Yeah. It should have more than that. I mean, I would actually imagine they were doing that. I mean, it doesn't say, but I would imagine that there'd be some kind of battle pack for the five armies. Like an orc battle pack or elves battle pack, you know, to go with it.
Yeah.
And then they can have less minifigures than actual five armies set.
Yeah. So, like, someone from Lake Town, an elf, an orc, a warg, and a dwarf. Something like that.
Yeah, and a goblin. Right?
Well, I said orc. But, in the book it was the goblins.
Yeah, they actually have the goblins riding on boards, which is hard to imagine from the movies.
Yeah.
Because the goblins look all vamp with big pointy ears. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know what they're gonna do about that in the next movie. Who knows? The goblins may show up.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking it's probably gonna be the orcs.
Yeah.
Because remember at the end, all those orcs came out of Dol Guldur and they were marching off. I think that's probably where they're going, to Erebor.
Yeah. And they probably, like... I mean, the goblins had one scene, all of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit combined, so I imagine that they're not going to bring him back.
Yeah.
You know, they've already established, you know, that the orcs are evil and terrible, and they're like the head, you know, bad guys. They're all Mordor and everything, and it seemed like a bigger threat if they had the orcs.
Yeah. Yeah. So, next, pictures have surfaced for the, new LEGO Star Wars Snowspeeder and Jedi Scout Fighter. From what I heard, the Snowspeeder, using these new, blasters that shoot LEGO studs, is going to be able to shoot a LEGO cable.
That's nice.
So, like in the...
It's much better than any flip fire missiles.
Yeah, so I guess like in the movie, it shoots the cable out and it ties up the walker. And it falls
well, it's
over.
only for like one blaster, or is it for all of them?
Oh, just the cannon on the back of the speeder.
Oh. And that's not as exciting. I thought they'd actually use the ones that they normally use. Those... I don't know how to describe them. But they're the ones that they normally use for blasters. I thought they'd actually make a way for those to shoot studs.
Oh.
It's not.
No, they had to redesign it. It's like a tube with a handle on the bottom that shoots studs.
Yeah.
It doesn't look too accurate, but it gets the job done. And the other set was the Jedi Scout Fighter. It comes with Jet 14, I think, which is a Yoda Chronicles LEGO Star Wars made-up character. So
Yeah.
I won't buy it. I didn't like the Yoda Chronicles on the TV show, so it was quite disappointing for me.
Yeah.
um,
The speeder looks pretty cool, but I think about the Scout Fighter, it looks like just another one of those. Like, they have so many Star Wars sets, and 99% of them are like
Spaceships.
Like another one. How many do we need?
I know.
I've really been collecting Star Wars for a while, but I imagine people who do are probably getting frustrated that there's no places instead of just ships.
Yeah, that's something. I'm pretty big in the LEGO Star Wars community, and that's what people are saying is like, you know, how many more X-Wings or Falcons or Y-Wings do we really need when we could be getting the Jedi Temple, the Senate, you know, Yavin 4 base, stuff like that. that are land structures instead of, you know,
Yeah.
vehicles over and over again.
Like, one thing that I think they ran out on, and I was really excited about this. I mean, it's above my price range right now, but I'm really excited that they made this. Is the Ewok Village?
Yeah.
It's really expensive, but it's so expensive. I think, you know, it looks really cool, and it looks like a place finally,
Yeah.
not another spaceship.
Yeah.
If I had the money to just spend on that, I probably would, and I, you know, probably use it in my Middle Earth projects and sell off all the Ewoks and all the Star Wars characters. But yeah, I thought that looked pretty nice.
Yeah. In fact, before I got the Tower of War thing, I debated between, I guess, myself, was which one do I want? Do I want the Tower of War thing? Save up a little bit more and get the Ewok Village. And I kind of ended up deciding, you know, Star Wars is going to be around forever. Lord of the Rings probably isn't. So, you know, get them while I can.
I hope they never stop doing Lord of the Rings, but I'm afraid that after they do the new Hobbit sets, that they will.
Yeah.
You know, which would suck bad. But
the end of a legend.
Yeah. So you got the Tower thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. Never mind. I saw that on your picture.
Yeah.
On the wall. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a really good price per piece, actually. Even though it's really expensive, it has a good price per piece.
Yeah, it's something like
and
two.
It's pretty bad price per piece.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Money and it's less pieces.
Yeah, Star Wars has always been pretty bad about that. I think, especially since it was a privately owned company, the past 27 years until it was bought 2 years ago by Disney. I've seen a little bit of a decrease in price, but of course, you know, why make the price cheaper when we can still sell them and people will buy them?
Those sets are really expensive. Sometimes I look at it just to be amazed. Like, the only one some of them are pretty good. The only one that's like unreasonably bad price per piece is the B-Wing. Well, I don't know if it's bad price per piece, but it's bad price for set.
Yeah.
It's really, like, it should be, I don't know, $50, and yet it's $200. That one amazes me that anyone would buy that. Some Star Wars sets look pretty good. A lot of them do. They're still bad price per piece, but a lot of them do look pretty cool. It's just that one viewing that I still am amazed that anyone ever buys that one. Did you get it?
No. No. No, I don't really buy those big Star Wars vehicles because they don't fit with my minifigures. They're just too big, and I'd never use them in the brick film, and they just sit on my shelf. So if I can at least use some of it for a brick film, you know, I'm not gonna get it. You know, even though I am a big Star Wars fan, I'm not someone who has to have every single Star Wars set.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, it would be hard to have every single Star Wars set. So many, you know.
Yeah. I mean, like, I got a Luke Skywalker at the beginning of last year, and by the end of that same year, when the Ewok Village came out, it was no longer an updated character because they changed the Luke Skywalker hair color.
Yeah.
So, it's like, I've got this Han Solo from a couple of years ago, and, you know, now he's outdated because they changed his printing on his shirt.
I know, they change everything. But it's cool to have different kinds.
Yeah. but it's like, keep updating them every single time they put them in a set. It seems like almost now.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to the Rebel sets that premiered at the latest Toy Fair, which is in a place I can't pronounce, somewhere in Europe. But the Ghost and the Phantom, I think is what it was. The Ghost is kind of a cross between the Millennium Falcon and other Star Wars ships it kind of looks like. And the Phantom is the ship that kind of connects, I think, to the back of it. It's like an escape pod. So
they're almost connectable then.
Yeah.
Like Doggle or Bad One Doggle or Ambush.
Yeah. So
That's nice.
I think it's cool that they're bringing that into Star Wars, like the Jabba Palace and Jabba, the Rancor Pit.
Didn't that one have like 4 different things? Like, for the whole Jabba scene, they had like 4 different sets, which actually I thought was really cool about it. Is that they had the palace, they had the Rancor Pit, then they had the sail barge, and the what's it called?
Desert Skiff?
Yeah, Desert Skiff. They had all 4 of those just for that one scene, which I think is really cool, and it would be awesome to get 4 that are you can do the same scene with them rather than 4 completely different scenes.
Oh yeah. Well, those were done in like the Ewok Village. All those were done for the 30th anniversary for the Return of the Jedi film. Is why they did all of those. But it was really nice to get all of those, and I did get the Jabba Palace and the Rancor Pit. So I didn't get I've yet to get the Sail Barge and Sand Skiff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, those look like some of the best Star Wars sets I've seen.
Oh yeah. That's one reason why I like the phone ringing. I'll have to edit this out. This happened in another episode I did a while back. It was kind of irritating. Wait for it to stop and continue.
That's really funny. The Skype audio though, because the Skype audio you had.
What?
Like, because the Skype audio is so bad, the sound quality of it, the phone ringing sounds really funny.
Well, it's done now, so yeah. I guess moving on is the city trains. Did you get a look at those, or?
I think for a really quick look,
Yeah.
they look pretty nice. Usually trains are pretty expensive.
Yeah. Actually, my first Lego set was a train set. It was like, what was it, $35? It was the Santa Fe Super Chief.
Oh, that's pretty nice price there.
Yeah. It was just the engine. It wasn't like the whole train with the cars and stuff and tracks. It was just the engine part. But yeah, and I've still got it together. Yeah, I got it when I was like 3, I think. So,
I can't remember what my very first one was. I think it was like a race car thing. Like it was really small, but I loved it so much. Way more than all my other toys at that time. I was like 4 or something.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, they do look interesting, and part of me still kind of likes the trains, Lego trains, but I'd still rather Lord of the Rings and Star Wars stuff and Hobbit stuff over them.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not no longer the little comfortable city fans.
uh, but something I forgot to mention though about what I've been doing with Legos is that this week was the season premiere of the Ninjago TV show.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a
I heard
really
about that. Huh?
yeah. I thought I thought it was the best episode so far.
Is it stop motion?
No, it's CG animation,
Oh.
and the only part of it's that's Lego is the characters, the minifigures. Everything else is like real life. Just kind of upsetting, but
But you mean that they have real life actors or that they have just CG?
CG rendered real life environments and stuff. Like their house looks like a normal house, or a tree looks like a normal tree.
Oh, they did that in the games too, huh?
Yeah, but
Lord
the
of the Rings and Star Wars games.
yeah, except for the minifigures, and they're the only thing that's Legos, and they don't even fall apart. They just stick together. They don't even build anything.
Why don't they fall apart?
uh, so that's kind of irritating, but I guess it would just take too much time to build everything in Legos.
Yeah.
So I guess
Yeah.
next news item is Ultra Agents Lego thing coming out. Like in 2008, they did a thing called Agents. I guess this is kind of like a return to that, just updated, I guess.
Yeah, I like the agents theme before. I got the one, not the really big one, but the big robot one was like what's the bad guy with fire here?
Doctor Inferno.
Oh yeah, Inferno. Yes, I got that one.
Yeah,
That was the only one I got, but I liked it.
the sets kind of look. I don't know. I don't like the design of them as well as the older ones. So yeah.
You mean the newer ones?
Yeah,
like
the
the
new-
ones that are coming out now?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, like the truck, the original truck from back in 2008, it used bricks for its wall for its trailer and stuff, whereas this one's using Technic pieces. Let me see. Technic pieces that are, kind of like this,
Oh.
but in black. But yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, I would much rather the bricks instead of the Technic pieces.
Yeah,
I
it's interesting.
I may get probably the smaller one, maybe the smallest one. See how it is. And finally, I guess is Chima. Upcoming Chima sets. Do you like Chima?
Not really.
Yeah.
I find it to be, I don't know. They're like one of those. It has very little like story, or I don't know how to explain it. It just seems really boring.
Yeah. I
But
when the first came out, I was like, hey, these sets aren't too bad. And then I watched the first episode of the TV show, and I was like, I'm never gonna get a set for this. After I'd already gotten one.
I did one of those TV shows and I hated it.
What?
I got one of. I watched like 5 minutes of one of the episodes, and it wasn't like. Yeah, I don't really like Chima very much,
Yeah.
but it seemed like it's just another Ninjago. You know?
Yeah. I like Ninjago. it had a good story, whereas Chima was kind of, it seemed like it was aimed more for 4-year-olds.
Yeah.
It kind of had this recurring thing of follow the rules, don't disobey the rules, whereas Ninjago was more about the martial arts and
Yeah.
training, whereas
Who
Chima
wants to learn about following rules?
yeah.
Following rules is boring.
uh,
Kill some people, right?
no. Oh, but yeah, I'm glad they brought Ninjago back, but yeah, I think that's like, I guess with the Chima stuff, what was it? There was like an elephant man. There's gonna be elephants in it and new birds and
I
stuff.
know,
I
it
think.
got really weird.
Yeah,
With ants and,
yeah. There's like a elephant man that's like has the arms and stuff from the cave troll, but his body's like an elephant. It's kind of weird.
wow.
Uh, but yeah,
It's really freaking weird.
I think that's all of the news. It's really long.
Well, yeah, it was.
So I guess we'll move on to the topic is our goals, our Lego goals for 2014 and stuff we'd like to accomplish.
So much to talk about. Yay.
Well,
Do you want to start first?
I guess I'll start. I guess for the show, I would like to get this show on iTunes. I guess because that'd be really nice. And
And
have
you
it
can start getting money from it.
what?
If you got it on iTunes, you can start getting money from it.
Yeah, if I charged for it, but I wouldn't. I don't want to charge for it. It's a
Okay.
free service. So
Well, so it's just better audio quality then?
no, it's just I can reach a wider audience. I think with it,
Oh,
a lot more people get on iTunes. I think, and would find it easier.
well, I don't know. Of everyone that's on iTunes, probably on YouTube, I think.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's just something I've been thinking about.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. And as far as brick filming, I would like to, make shorter brick films, not do like 15-minute long brick films like I kind of did with my yet to be released Lord of the Rings video, which is like 2/3 done, which I've kind of put on.
Is it a long one like that?
What?
It's a long one?
Yeah, my Lord of the Rings video was like the first 15 minutes of the Fellowship of the Ring, using the audio from the
Whoa.
film.
I haven't seen that. I should see that.
Well, I haven't uploaded it yet.
Oh,
It's just on my computer.
I know. I thought you meant it was already on.
I wish, but it was just so hard with that one. I was trying to get it so close to the film with Legos. I like bought 4 green Lego base plates to use as grass and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was coming along nice, but it was just so hard. I had to put so much detail and stuff into it, and have to take it apart and turn it into other stuff. So I was like, I'll put this on hold for a little bit, and maybe I'll come back to it. So I guess that's another goal for this year, is to finish that video up sometime and get it out before.
That makes sense. I've had similar experiences with The Lost Kingdom. Like, I mean, not that I don't like it. I love that idea, but the one thing is that I really want to get back to work on the Hobbit film, and sometimes I just get,
Yeah.
like it seems like it's really slowing me down.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I don't like about long-term brick film series is that you really have to commit to it,
Yeah.
and you can't change it up every once in a while, really.
And when you start a long-term one, it's harder to get a short-term one going.
Yeah.
During the making of The Lost Kingdom, I had an idea to do like a parody of What Does the Fox Say? To What Does Gollum Say? And I had a lot of great ideas for the parody, like how you talk to that elbow, I don't know. I can't explain right, but I had a lot of good ideas for that parody, but I felt like I should just work on The Lost Kingdom at that point, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about doing something with that song too because I hate that song. Oh, I hate that song.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying, especially when you hear it all the time. It's so popular.
I was gonna have like, I did some videos a while back from the TV show Duck Dynasty. Have you ever watched that show?
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I've heard a lot about it, but I don't really know what it's about, and I haven't watched it.
You know, yeah, I think it's really good. Yeah, I love watching it, but anyway, I made like 3 videos for it. I thought, I'd get one of those characters, and they're like people that like to hunt. So they're like out in the woods, and the dude with the fox suit starts dancing in the woods, and they think it's an animal, and they shoot him while he's dancing. And they're like, hey, we got something here. Yeah, so I had an idea for that, but then, I never followed through with it.
Yeah.
I probably would have got like 1,000 dislikes for doing that, though.
Yeah. Well, what probably... No, I don't think you'd get 1,000 dislikes. It'd be more like 20 dislikes and no likes. Because it's hard to... It would be hard to get 1,000 people to watch it and dislike it.
Yeah.
It's like, could you please come and dislike my video? I joked about that with my brother and sister sometimes. Like, I'm gonna tell everyone to dislike it, to flag it, to make a mean comments, and to unsubscribe.
That would be bad.
Yeah. There's some videos like that though that get really popular and they get so many dislikes.
Yeah. It's like when Fancy Pants put up his I've Come Back video.
Yeah.
2 people had already disliked it. And someone commented on there and was like, 2 people have disliked it. What, they don't want to see you come back? It was like, what? Okay. I liked it, so...
Yeah.
Some people are like that, though.
Like one of those, the 2 dislikers are whatever, blank. Like, on someone made a comment on the Lord of the Bricks Goblin Chase video, and they said, the one disliker must be the Goblin King.
I think that's why they keep those things anonymous, so you don't know who does them.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's funny to imagine and say, like, it's kind of like making fun of whoever disliked.
Yeah.
Just serve.
Yeah, so, one of your goals, I guess, or...
My goals are to do The Last Kingdom Season 1 and 2, hopefully, and in the middle of those, to get a big chunk of my Hobbit film finished. And that chunk hopefully will include Dol Guldur, which Dog Door and Mirkwood are going to be in like the same scene basically. But to finish both of those, the Shire, and maybe Rivendell.
Okay.
In between the 2 seasons. And then after that, I'm going to try to finish it. And I honestly don't know if it'll be out before the 3rd Hobbit movie. Because I really want to get it out around that time, because it's going to be a lot of excitement during that time. You know, people searching, you know, Hobbit, Lego Star Ocean on YouTube. And there's going to be a lot of excitement going around about it while the movie's coming out. But I want to make it amazing. I want to make the Hobbit film really good. And I don't know if it's going to be enough time, because I made a really long script for it. The script for the Hobbit film is long. It's really long. Like a bunch of different, you know, scenes, and like I basically take everything from the movie and everything from the book and I mesh it into this extremely long and lengthy script that I feel bad about sending people who are doing voice acting for.
It's not encouraging for me.
Huh?
That's not encouraging for me.
Oh, it isn't. Are you gonna be Flea, right?
What?
Are you gonna be Flea?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, be prepared. But it's not like you'll have an extremely long amount of work to do.
Yeah.
It's just that the script, you know, it has a whole lot of different scenes and stuff, and since the script is so long, and since I want to make it really, 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 really good, and, you know, surprise everyone with it, and like, very first 2-hour-long break film on you, you know, I don't know if it'll be out around the time that the Desolation is out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, of course, it won't be like my channel gets boring and everything if you don't upload anything, because I'll still be uploading clips and, you know.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say, like, when I did my Hobbit Desolation of Smaug trailer, I did that. I uploaded it like a week before the film came out, and that's when I got the most views on it.
Yeah.
And like a couple weeks before that, I had uploaded a just really random video called Spider-Man Punch. And basically, all it was Spider-Man comes down on a rope, and he throws a punch to this guy's stomach, and he falls over. And that was basically it. But now that I'm thinking about it, that was about the time when the Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailers, I think, started coming out. So,
yeah,
that's probably because now it's got like over 1,000 views, and it's like, how did this even get popular? And I guess because of the upcoming Spider-Man movie, you know, people were searching for stuff, and Spider-Man Punch.
I want to know.
So, yeah, let me think. Another goal. You know, do more. Did I say this? Shorter brick films? They're not long. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. You know, improve my skill, I guess, in brick filming and stuff.
I've really been trying lately to get, you know, interesting movements like what Northern Bricks does, and not have it be so traditional and boring. Like there's no, like, I don't know how to explain it. You know what those Northern Bricks videos look like, you know?
Yeah.
They're really different from all other animators, but they're really cool, and I want to be like that. So I've been trying with my Hobbit film and with Lost Kingdom to get like that. So
yeah, I you know, I think that's what all of us want to do is just improve our brick filming skills. I mean, you
Yeah.
know. And I also want to start doing more mocks and stuff. That's something I think I would really want to start doing a little bit more of too.
Yeah. I usually don't do any mocks unless it's for a movie. And that's why I'll be doing a lot of mocks for the Hobbit movie. Because I want to have really good backgrounds for it to make it look really interesting. And that's something that so far I actually have not been doing very well, especially in my Desolation of Smog trailer. It really didn't. A lot of it was done on the same background, which is that blue construction paper, which, you know, it's not that cool, and I'd like to just put more scenery, I guess. That's what I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any more goals? I think I'm pretty much out. You know.
Okay. I don't know. Those are really my own two goals at all of brick filming. It's just to get the Lost Kingdom, get season 1 and season 2, and maybe some more later on, and to slowly, but steadily keep chugging along on the Hobbit movie and make it really great. So
Yeah. So I guess that's the end of our topic for today. I don't really have any show news, although, well, I guess I do. I've got an upcoming interview with someone that a lot of people know, I think, coming up pretty soon. So, for you listeners out there, keep watching for that. Hopefully they'll be coming out next week. So I think I've got it scheduled. Well, I'll tell you off the show, because I want to keep it a surprise for the listeners.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
By the way, that was really cool when you got Fancy Pants on here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. I was really surprised that he came on too. I sent him an email. I think I sent him about 3 emails before that. And I sent him that one email and he replied back. And I think he's, with this channel, he's trying to be more community-centered as well. So I think that was one thing that he thought, he could do for the community. So it was really awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, I guess this is, the end of the show. And please note, this podcast is not affiliated with the LEGO group of companies in any way, shape, or form. The official LEGO website can be found at lego.com. I guess any other licensed things we talk about on the show too, we're not affiliated with either, such as Lucasfilm, New Line Cinema, Warner Brothers, or Disney. Thank you for listening, and I'm Kanan May.
And I'm Gabriel Clift.
And this has been another edition of LBAM Radio.
I'm living in a Lego house. I'm sitting in a Lego chair. I'm watching my Lego TV in my Lego underwear. And is it ever lumpy?